Okay. I'm trying to find out where I'm going, because this is completely unexplored territory now. I'm sure I saw a door earlier on. This door, to be precise. Hey, stop napping on the job. The hell are you doing? Mirror supplement. Oh, I remember this. I didn't mean to make it the Victorian Mirror. She was She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in Blank, Illinois. Agents quickly found the item hanging in a local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. Supplementary materials. Date August 18th, 1915. We certify that the case of Mrs. Blank has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble? I don't know what that means. Her fixation with the family looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for a lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction has passed. Signed, Dr. Blank. Whatever that means. Crime candidate program, sorry.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
Anyone want to tell me what female trouble is? Be careful. So that being there, it means that there's areas that are blocked off. There we go. Closed cases? Oh well, look what's here.
Step into the
This is fucking weird.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains.
What the fuck?
Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions!
Fucking hell.
So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
Okay. Female trouble usually means. Anyway, okay, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't. I honestly, genuinely didn't know what it was alluding to. Oh, Bright Falls summary. Here we go. Bright Falls AWE 35 event summary: an unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington, resulted in a fictional story written by author Alan Wake, creating an AWE in which a reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Event response: Mr. Kirkland, head of investigations, was alerted on September 13th, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker, C. Blank, that an AWE event was taking place in Bright Falls, Washington, referred to the events investigated in 1970, 76, and 78. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan Wake's literary agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter Sarah, who is the current sheriff of Night Falls. A Bureau field team arrived at the site 2 days later, only to confirm the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to the 1970 blank Thomas Zane, 76, 78 Odin Anderson and Tor Anderson. Alan Wake was believed to blank instigator. Eyewitness reports highlight an old light switch, possible object of power that blank missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but no body was recovered in the search. Okay. Oh, so I've just reopened the... Okay. Let me just make sure... Yes, I'd say that too. Hysteria, imaginary female troubles, was something historically attributed to women as hysteria in Greek for uterus. Imaginary female troubles was legitimately used to imprison women. That's dark.
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But Wishing won't change things. Finding the projector will.
There's so much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes.
Is this going to explain why?
We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Okay. Dylan Faden transcript. Subject was alone during his outburst. Dylan Faden, you again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I'll dig my own brains out if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeat the phrase fuck off numerous times before being sedated at 17:53. P6 victim autopsy. Agent killed during blank involving blank blank, codename P6. So obviously I know what the two blank blanks are. It's Dylan Faden. Autopsy finding: blunt force injuries to the head and neck, excessive trauma of the abdominal region, lacerations and contusion of the upper and lower torso, fracture of the spinal cord between the L1 and L2 vertebrae, avulsion fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs left and right, blunt force injuries of the extremities, abrasion, lacerations and contusions of the extremities, dislocation of left and right elbow and dislocation of left and right knee. After examination, it was determined the cause of death was the internal bleeding that occurred when the blank was contorted through his blank. It sounds like he shoved his head up his arse or something. P7.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see?
Oh.
It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
I am prime candidate. Oh, I just got an outfit. Prime candidate number 7.
All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Jesse Faden movement tracking. Departs Cheyenne with Wyoming. Arrives in Sydney, New England. Departs Sydney, New England. Arrives in Des Moines, Iowa. And departs. Arrives in Chicago, Illinois. South Bend, Indiana. I'm assuming that is. Cleveland, Ohio. Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, and New York City. I'm not going to go through all the times and dates and everything.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't
get the I get the line of questioning, but
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
so her psychiatrist appointments were being recorded. That's always one to make people happy, right? Transit corridor south. Was that somewhere I had to go? Just out of curiosity. Sealed threshold hall. Okay, so it's a different thing entirely. Okay. Oh, it has its own
Studied
wing.
what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
I'm trying to take you over. Help. Did my buddy survive? No, he died. Never mind. Work chat dead dog. What? I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. You've been rotting in that box ever since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that thing smelled. So don't go whining at me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. Lovely. Transit corridor. I guess I'm going to the transit corridor. I find it weird I've not had a control point yet. I saw that way too late.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
Yeah, one was given freedom and the other one wasn't. Bit concerning, right? Speaking of control points.
We're going back home. Of course we are.
Are we going this way?
It started there, and it's never gone away.
Access it by turning the tracks. Okay. Oh. It's one of those areas I can't enter. However, a hidden location is a hidden location. Dodge efficiency. Typewritten page supplement. The page was discovered in the instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino and linked to the investigations sector. The page had been pushed into the motel's corridor under the door with a symbol of a spiral, blank. Text transcribed from the item. For 10 years I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here, they're all the same. It's a hideous trap, and my every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion: falls, bright falls, haunting, wake, Alan Wake, light switch, ocean, too late, and the final sentence: you have been warned. Hey, you know. How do you expect me to rotate the turn table?
It's proud of you when you rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Aha! Help me. Help me take out this guy. Take each other out for all I care. Bridge operator. Okay. I mean, in fairness, there is nothing really to stop me from just, you know, flying. You considering I can do that now?
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Oh, I see where it is. It's more of that mold. anything down here? Maybe that's the way I'm supposed to go. Looks like it, because that area's blocked off. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Looks like we're going the long way around. Let me guess, enemies incoming? Of course. I always lose so much health to those things. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That's one. Oh, a shield boost. I mean, I'll take it. I'll have a look at some of those in a minute. Now might actually be a good time to go through some of my mods. Shield strength, evade, energy cost. It's good for rarity. We'll get some of. Well, I've stuck with some level 2s. And get rid of some of the weapon mods as well. Ammo shot per cost. Ammo cost per shot, sorry, my apologies. I don't know. What have we got here? I don't know. Seize accelerator. What am I looking for? That's where I've just come from. There's a door there that I've just come through. Oh. There. And thus I see it. So we're finally going to find out some more information about what happened. There's one of those screaming things around. pretty sure. Trying to keep an eye out for it. No? Okay. It costs more to get the building repaired than anything. Airplane evaluation order. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Blank, Cincinnati. It's suspected to be connected to the Blank AWE. See case file Blank for details. Has been evaluated as altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access Blank. For more information on Tunnel Blank and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and Blank, see file 4-12-4521. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated with Blank, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has been detected. Refer to file 9-12-8371 for a full report. I just wish I could remember how I'm getting to where I need to go. I guess it's this way. Guess being the operative word. Ordinary AWE stage 1.A. The first slide was in a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on the shelf. There were lots of dolls. DF interview 2002. The house was empty, no one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. JF therapy session 2010. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, note, likely Tom Barlow, missing, and his gang Freddy, note, likely Frederick Bartwell, missing. Hugo, note, no one by this name found in public records, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. DF interview 2002. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation house. Can I get through? Please? Do I have a button to press? Yep.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
He was later found and had agents on his doorstep. Ordinary summary. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, slide projector, ID OOP-15, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, CP6 materials, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, CP7 materials, were playing at a local dump when they found the discarded slide projector, COOP case file, and Darling presentations blank for details. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burnt with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when the agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews blank and prime candidate program files blank. So they just kind of like abducted the whole town. Why not? Why can't I hear you? Heard that though. I feel a bit bad, but I can't read it fast enough. It's a shame because it explains what AWEs are. Oops. Hello. I don't have much in the way of abilities yet.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison.
That's 2 and
Not
4
even a
words.
poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Well, they did kind of push him. I'm just saying. In theory, how is he going to know what day it is? He's been locked up. Ordinary AWE stage 1.B. The second slide we called the Meadow. But it was just really an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we come out, everything had melted around the projector. That's from Jesse. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation Meadow. Well, let's have a look.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Oh, here we go. Oh, hi. Didn't see that. Him dead.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
I think we'll go for the... We're going for the projector by the looks of things. Hang on. I have to read it. You mentioned a poem last time we talked by Thomas Zane. Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. I looked the poem up, only I could not find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane. What? I don't... No matter. It suits you very well, the poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself. I didn't. No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that? Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost. It is natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and parents are dead. No. No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it. You're referring to your imaginary friend from your childhood, Polaris. She's come back after a long time. She's calling me in a dream I saw. She showed me things. Jesse, it felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary, the industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused. No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan. Jesse, no. It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen. Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined. I hate having to read that out because I can't do the emotions in the voices as well as probably the voice actors can, because they're the voice actors for a reason and I'm not, so... I mean, I probably could put some emphasis into it if I wasn't for the fact that I kind of have to rush.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Dump cessation? By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the blank department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Oh. Here's a nice little fight to end the night on. Well, I'll probably do the object of power and then call it. Depends where it is, I suppose. I should have taken the large objects upgrade, shouldn't I? Considering how many large objects there actually are around here. Help me. Okay.
We should check that lab.
Do you know what? To be honest, the first time I did that fight, it took me about 5 attempts to do it, so I'm quite happy I got that far. Energy recovery. Ooh, energy recovery mod. Could be interesting. There we go.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The Ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
I guess we don't get the slide projector. Not yet, anyway. That's gonna have to, unfortunately, be the next stream. But let's. Can I go up here? Globe supplement. The item was found in the penthouse suite at blank, Toronto, belonging to David Wolf, who was investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. See case 13-HQ-37. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings, including blank, blank, and this item. Mr. Wolf was arrested. Article from Toronto Daily. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, simply disappear overnight? That's a question that's kept Toronto High Society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nutjob in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati. But it's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. Yeah. Got a tendency to make people disappear, don't they? Right, let's head out and we'll head to the nearest control point, because that's a checkpoint. What is this? Another one. Ordinary supplement. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. See interviews blank and blank for relevant information. I obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, DF claims there were 8 slides for the projector. JF mentioned 9 slides. The Bureau found 1 intact slide, designation 36, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered the entirety of the Ordinary town dump to be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to limited space in the investigation sector, this AWA will be investigated in the containment sector. I've gone the wrong way, because I'm finding a lot more. No, that still doesn't work. That's a shame. Please don't have fights. I don't fancy a fight. It hasn't turned red. Oh, there is a thing here. Ordinary AWE Stage 4B. We went in and met Polaris, like the star. She told us we were special. She made us feel special. It felt like being born or reborn, the world fading in for the first time. Familiar, but somehow different. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The dung monkeys and the not mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them. All of them except a hand. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity, designation Polaris. There's actually one I've missed out there. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There were a lot of them. More of the kids from the town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so he changed the slide to hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jessie said we should call her Polaris because it was what she she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designation hand SID-36 is verified and in bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Dog Neil EID-19930. Okay, and I think if we do this, we'll just go to a central executive and we'll leave it for the night. Although I do have some board countermeasures to hand in. Right? And we can upgrade this ability. Let's upgrade energy. And we'll fast travel. Yeah, we'll fast travel there. And that is where we'll end tonight's stream. As soon as it loads up, of course. Oh, and just so you know as well, that is Jessie's P7 outfit. It's not what I'm keeping her in, so don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is where I will leave it for this evening. For those on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Comment along and watch on twitch.tv/ShadowWolfLP. You can find me on Twitter at ShadowWolfLP1. Come along, pop a follow, pop a follow on Twitter. I always tweet when I'm about to go live or if anything is going on. I'll always keep stuff up there. I Twitch stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 PM UK time, so as I said, pop along, follow, have a watch, keep yourself ahead of the game in terms of YouTube uploads, because my uploads always come a few days after I've streamed, so it's always good to keep on top of things. So yeah, for those on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you have a lovely evening. Take care. Bye now.